What about geopolitics? Well, first mistake that Ukraine did is taking help from people who lost Iraq to Iran by toppling Saddam Hussein, who lost Afghanistan to Taliban, and who failed to overthrow Assad in Syria. That was the first major mistake of Ukraine and Zelensky, and that's why Putin is winning. Well, what about others? What about EU? EU hasn't put Russian energy under sanctions. Hey, we want Russia completely under sanctions. We are going to punish Vladimir Putin. Except we are going to buy oil and natural gas. How? Germany and Italy are buying gas from Russia and they have set up bank accounts to store their rubles. Yes, they are going to pay for oil and gas in rubles. Well, gas mainly. Oil is kind of mixed situation. Hungary is buying oil from Russia, and other countries will most likely blame Hungary, and they can just evade sanctions. They will just point fingers towards Hungarian leader Orban. Poland is buying German gas. Of course, the whole Nord Stream 1 and Nord Stream 2 that was just for shits and giggles. Germany doesn't need Russia or the Russian gas. That's why, and Poland is buying German gas. No, they are not buying gas from Russia directly, but indirectly via Germany. I think more countries in EU will just set up accounts in rubles to pay Russia. USA's second attempt to cut Russia from Europe is failing unless something changes dramatically. And second, what was the first attempt? First attempt was Syria. This is the second attempt to cut Russia from Europe. And this is a major geopolitical disaster for the USA because they have pushed Moscow towards Beijing more than ever, which was one of the main reasons for the USA to win the Cold War. So if you don't know, one of the geniuses of geopolitics is a guy called Henry Kissinger. Now, Henry Kissinger is a criminal. I don't know why he's walking free. If you see what USA did in Chile, if you see what Pakistan did in Bangladesh with help from USA, you'll understand why Henry Kissinger is a criminal and should be locked up. But geopolitically, he's considered one of the best people on planet Earth. And his major strategy during the Cold War was to separate Russia and China. And that strategy worked because Soviet Union, back then Soviet Union, collapsed and USA won the Cold War. But now Moscow and Beijing are really closer than they ever were during Soviet Union and 20th century China. So Ukraine is just a disaster for USA if things continue the way they are progressing.